Speaking of this, Ao Shui continued with a little sullenly. It's like your men's favorite football, whether it is Messi or Ronaldo, what they are really good at is their skills and consciousness, and experience, not their bodies. How strong they are, or how strong their stamina is. Messi is so short and there are too many football players who are stronger than him, but there are basically no active football players with experience and skills comparable to him. This is the key point. Charlie nodded and said, "You are right. Experience and tactics do require years of actual combat. However, don't worry too much about this. I will definitely help you analyze the strengths and weaknesses of your opponents carefully. Help you develop tactics." Ao Shui nodded excitedly, "Great master. Then I will rely on you." After eating, Ao Shui took Charlie to her special practice room. Ao Shui's exercise room is much larger than the living room of an average person's home. It has all kinds of training equipment and a standard arena. Ao Shui invited Charlie to do it in the rest area of the practice room, and then said to him shyly, "Master, you sit first, and I will change into training clothes." Charlie, "Okay." Seeing Charlie nodded, Ao Shui turned and went to the next room first. A few minutes later, she walked out wearing brave sportswear. Said it is sportswear, it is actually a sports underwear. Sports underwear can cover very little skin, nothing more than the key part. So Ao Shui's pink neck, slender arms and long legs, and flat belly with 2 vest lines were all fully exposed to the air. Unlike when he saw Ao Shui on the field today, Charlie saw her now in a closed and private environment. In this environment, there was no other person besides the two of them, so this made him feel a little bit unnatural. Ao Shui also kept answering in shame, always feeling that in private, she dressed like this for Charlie to look at, feeling a little shy and unbearable in her heart. However, she didn't panic at all, because she was very confident in her figure, and deep in her heart hoped Charlie can see more of her shining light. Charlie tried his best to look at Ao Shui's eyes without any impurities, and said seriously, "Ao Shui, where is the medicine I gave you before?" Ao Shui immediately opened her palms and exposed a pill in a transparent plastic shell, and said, "Master, the magic medicine is here." Charlie nodded and said, "Okay, you take the medicine now, and I will guide you to absorb the medicine quickly. This medicine itself is a good medicine for the treatment of physical injuries. Because of its aura, the effect of the medicine has been qualitatively sublimated. Middle-aged and elderly people have many embarrassments in their bodies, and their organs and bodies also have a certain degree of regression. Therefore, when taking the medicine, the effect of the medicine will directly act on these patients for repair, and there is no need to guide them by themselves. However, young people's bodies are strong, and their organs and bodies are generally at their peak. At this time, blindly taking medicines will cause powerful medicine effects and nowhere to absorb them. If the human body is compared to a sponge, the body of the middle-aged and elderly people is a sponge that has lost a lot of water and is even about to dry up. At this time, giving them enough water will quickly replenish the water they lost and regain their youthful state. But if the young man's body is not injured, it is a sponge filled with water. In this case, if he is blindly hydrated, it is basically impossible for him to absorb it. Even, maybe there is a strong but unabsorbable medicinal effect, which in turn damages the body. When Charlie gave Ao Shui the medicine, his intention was to leave her as an insurance, so that she could use this medicine to save her life when she was injured or seriously ill. But now he wants to use this medicine to help her improve, so he must help her guide the absorption of the medicine. Ao Shui immediately took the medicine out of the box after hearing what he said, then looked at Charlie, and asked with a cunning face, "Master, can I just take the medicine?" Charlie nodded. "Sit down cross-legged, and then take the medicine directly." Ao Shui obediently followed suit, sat cross-legged on the soft training mat, and then put the pill into her mouth. The power of this medicine is very pure, so as soon as Ao Shui put it in her mouth, the pill immediately turned into a strong warm current and entered her internal organs. Immediately afterwards, Ao Shui felt extremely hot all over her body, and every pore seemed to be sweating desperately. The key is that this kind of sweating is completely different from what she usually does after exercising. She felt her sweat, like being squeezed out of her body by a powerful force. Moreover, the sweat that flows out is much denser than usual, and it feels sticky as if it was just soaked in a bucket full of glue. Charlie immediately used the spiritual energy in his body to help Aushue guide and absorb these medicinal powers. The powerful medicinal power was melted into Aushue's body by Charlie, causing her body to undergo earth-shaking changes. Aushue felt a bit painful and unbearable at first, but in the later stage, she felt indescribable and comfortable all over her body, and she felt like she was completely reborn. The most bizarre thing is that she can still feel an unprecedented sense of comfort, like being held tightly in her arms by Charlie, warm and comfortable, and she can't help but feel ripples in her heart.